Hi there, it's Mr. Clark. Welcome to Lesson Medieval Point 2.3 on hexachord mutation. So as we were mentioning in the previous lesson, there are hexachords built on G, built on C, and built on F, and these three different types had three different names. The hexachord built on C, ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la, it's called the hexachord natural, the natural hexachord. It doesn't contain any form of the note B. Then you have the hexachord built on F, ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la. This was known as the hexachord mol because mol means soft, and it had this softer, as it was known at the time, or flat version of the note B, because that's where the half step is between mi and fa. And then you have the hexachord durum, or hard, that's built on G, ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la, that has the B natural, or the harder form of the note B. Nowadays, we're used to putting accidentals on any notes. At the time, the only note that commonly had an accidental on it was the B flat, which could be either the flat form or the natural form. So, both B flat and B natural were needed to maintain perfect fifths and avoid tritones, which was an important medieval thing that we're going to talk about later. But the 20 notes of the Guidonian hand could be covered by 7 hexachords. And it's worth noting that technically it's not quite 20 because both forms of the note B count the same. So you have this built on your lowest G, that's the Greek letter gamma, but it's just a G. So G, A, B, natural, C, D, E, C, D, E, F, G, A. And then here, so we have one built on F, F, G, A, B flat, C, D, but then if you start one on the next G, A, B natural, so they're counting those as the same note, which is a little bit funky. But that's how it was considered at the time. So this span of 20 notes that we have on the hand can be covered by these 7 different overlapping hexachords. And remember, we only know how to sing within a hexachord. We just know the relationship of ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la. What comes about la? Nothing. It doesn't make sense. But if I'm down here, ut, re, mi, fa, sol, la, and I want to go up to the next note, well, then I can jump over a hexachord. Think about this as mi, and then I can go fa, mi, and then go fa, sol, la. And then I want to go up to a B flat, so I think about this as mi and go up to fa and back to mi. But maybe I want to go up to B natural, so I think of this as re and go up to mi and back to re. So by switching between hexachords, you're able to traverse the whole gamut, only knowing the relationship of these 6 notes and where the half step is. So, as an example, if you wanted to sing a really long scale, you could start with a hexachord on F, ut, re, mi, fa, sol, and then you get to D. Instead of thinking about it as la, you can think about it as a re and a C hexachord, re, mi, fa, fa, and then we're going to get too high soon. We know there's a B flat coming up, so we think about that fa as at the beginning of an F hexachord, and we go re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol. La, sol, fa. And then we could think of that as mi, but we could also think about it as la in a C hexachord. La, sol, fa, mi, re. But instead of thinking about that as re, we could also think about it as la in an F hexachord. La, sol, fa, mi. Again, think about this as la in a C hexachord. Sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa. Could think about that as so, but also could think about it as re in an F hexachord because there's a B flat coming up. Re, mi, fa, mi, re, ut. So that's using B flats. The same principle applies with B naturals, only you would want to focus on your C and G hexachords to get up and down. So this process is known as hexachord mutation. You're mutating from one hexachord to another. Mi to fa is the only half step in the hexachord. So anytime you have a half step in your music, mi must be the lower syllable and fa must be the higher syllable, unless you're choosing to mutate at that point. So if we take a look, we have a mi, fa, that A to B flat, mi, fa, that E to F, mi, fa, that A to B flat, and fa, mi, that would be a mi, but we're mutating at that point. So it becomes a la instead, and that happens again, fa, mi, fa, and then that would be mi, but we're mutating. So that would be the only exception where a half step would not be the mi, fa interval. So that's what's going on here. Enjoy your hexachord mutation. Enjoy singing like a medieval monk.